Yeah, well, hey, we are excited to be here. This is as tough a regional as I've seen. We've never been here before. It's our first trip to College Station. We know how good. We're all fans of college baseball, so we follow Texas A&M and know how good they are. Coastal Carolina, we've had some experience with them. We went to tournaments down there, and we know that they're an excellent club as well. We don't know much about Texas Southern, but they wouldn't be here unless they're a quality team and capable of winning at this level. So really proud of our team. It's been a little bit of a road and a journey to get back to the playoffs, and we'd like to have been here sooner, but just kind of a process that it took our program to go through. And we owe it a lot to the performance of seniors like Chris Paul and juniors like Devin Pearson and guys who really sacrificed for the team. Chris is part of a senior class of 3 players, Chris Muse-Fisher and Dylan Nelson. Their first time to the playoffs, and it's a long road, and it is a road of perseverance. And just really proud of Chris, who was named first team All Pac-10, first team All Defensive Team in the Pac-12, excuse me. And he's having his best year. Devin Pearson came back after a hamate bone injury at the start of the season and fought his way back and finished strong, and really was one of the keys to us accelerating our season at the end there. So we're happy to be here. We know it's going to be a great challenge. I think our guys are ready for it. We're kind of a pitching and defense team. I think one of the things that kind of put our performance over the top is our defense has been much improved all season long, and we pitch pretty good, but we can pitch really good when we play good defense. And when we rely on people up and down the lineup to be a key part of our offense all year long. It's not just one person. Earlier on in the year, one of our most outstanding players, Lucas Ursig, I think that we were kind of relying on him a little bit too much, but then we kind of learned to spread the responsibility around a little bit with Chris and Devin and Aaron Knapp, and all up and down the lineup. People have gotten big hits for us all season long. The Pac-12 was extremely tough this year. I don't think anybody would blink an eye if a team that finished at the bottom won a series over the team that finished at the top. It just was that balanced, and it was weekend to weekend. It was anybody's game. I think that gets us ready for competition like this. Historically, 1, 2, or 3 Pac-12 teams kind of move on after the first round, and that kind of gives you confidence that the league season prepares you for postseason play.
Thank you very much. Questions?
Speaking of pitching, do you have a guy in mind for tomorrow?
Well, Dalton Jeffries has been our Friday starter, and he'll continue to be our Friday starter. He's a sophomore. He's a quality arm. He's going to be highly regarded and touted by professional baseball coming out his junior season. He's been all the way from 92 to 94, maybe touched 95, maybe here at the end of the season more 91, 93. He relies on fastball command. He's got to have some secondary pitches. His changeup and his curveball have to be of some use to him for it to be effective, because no one in college baseball can live alone with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Coach, talk about your pitching staff a little bit against Coastal's batting lineup. They have a tendency to knock the ball out of the park, but you've got a guy tomorrow that doesn't give up many, so it's kind of a battle of 1 and 2 there. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Coastal has some experience. We know how good offensively they've been, and so we're going to go at them with our best, and we got to keep the ball in the park to be effective. They've got some power. They have some steals to the top of the lineup as well, and I think they also have relied on hitters up and down the lineup to be effective for them. Dalton's got to be good, and we've got to play defense behind him, and again, it's going to be kind of exciting to see maybe who will step up for us and get a big hit in a big spot to kind of loosen us up.
Do you feel like this park plays into Coastal's advantage, because there's a lot of balls that fly out of this park, and of course they're being a home run team? And does that concern you at all?
No, I don't think so. Hey, we've hit some home runs as well. I'm not sure. I know we were probably near the top, if not the top, of the Pac-12 in home runs. When we rely on the home run and kind of lift the ball high in the air, we're probably not as good. We're probably a doubles gap team that some of our doubles and gap shots carry over the fence. But when we stay low and hard, we're really a much better offensive team. But we do have some power up and down the lineup too. We can sneak 1 or 2 out of the ballpark as well. But that is a concern, because you got to keep them in the park in order to be able to handle them offensively.
Chris, can you talk about making the postseason in your senior season, and also that you guys won 18 games in the Pac-12, what that meant to you?
It was huge. This is awesome. This is my first experience in the regional, so coming in after the World Series, it's kind of big shoes to fill. Like Coach said, it took us a little bit of time to get back to it, but I'm happy to be here now, and hope we can make a good run. And I think we tied the record for most wins for as our school. So that was huge for us. It's a big, huge stepping stone, and hopefully after me they can carry that on after.
Do you think it's a disadvantage or advantage that you guys do not have the conference tournament at the end like some of the other schools do?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I've heard both from committee members that it can be an advantage that maybe an extra team in your conference can get in, or a little disadvantage that if you go 0-2 or 0-3 in pool play, that it could probably squeeze you out. Maybe having that type of atmosphere where you're playing tournament play. Some feel like they get a feel on how they're going to use their rotation, and maybe just the schedule of getting up and kind of maybe scouting other games in a tournament setting. I don't think I'm a big fan of playing a 30-game league season and then declaring the champion after one weekend, though. I think that's the true test of who the champion of the league is a 30-game season, home and away, kind of grinding it out week to week. It's you don't like to see someone just have one weekend and get your automatic bid.
There's experiencing the pressure of an elimination game type thing. That would help, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Sometimes experiencing the pressure of a Sunday in Arizona is pretty tough too. When you've got to keep the ball in the park there, and we feel like I think historically the Pac-12 teams have fared well by playing a 30-game season without a tournament.
Coach, it seems like you guys were playing your best ball toward the end, which everybody knows that's when you want to. What was the difference you felt toward the end where your guys were hitting the ball a little bit better and you come around a little bit more offensively?
Yeah, I think our defense kind of picked up. I think we had a little period in the middle of the season where we started off very fast and we're playing pretty well, and I think our players kind of got a little careful and trying to protect something they didn't really have. I think we went to a couple weekends where maybe we played a couple home series with some teams we felt like we should handle. And I thought we played a little tight until we kind of found our rhythm on how to play loose and competitively against the very best teams in our conference. I think we kind of hit our stride playing the UCLAs and Arizona States and USCs, where we kind of found a way to approach it, get to the ballpark, get our work done, get ready to play, and then play high-level baseball, but continue to be kind of relaxed and loose a little bit.
Devin, the same question that Chris addressed, just getting back to the tournament, and what pressure did you guys feel all year to be the team to kind of end that drought and get the program back?
Well, honestly, we didn't feel much pressure because no one really had expectations for us. We had more expectations for ourselves, and we wanted to be that team, and we kind of played loose, like Coach said, and just brought the best out of each other to get here. But it's really exciting to finally be here, and means a lot, especially to our seniors.
How did you guys go about scouting Coastal? You don't see them during the year, and they're different coasts and everything.
Well, I've got a lot of faith in our pitching coach, Mike New, who's been around a lot, and his ability to read hitters, in the batter's box or first time through the lineup. And I think we're going to pitch to Dalton's strength early because we won't know a lot about them. But I think after one time through the lineup, Mike usually does a pretty good job of getting a plan together on how to attack hitters. I mean, he's been doing it all year long, and we've got a lot of trust in his ability to kind of give us a good game plan.
Tim, can you talk about facing their pitchers? Well, I mean, you guys have seen probably the best pitching staff in the nation, UCLA. I mean, you're not scared of anybody after going through that, huh?
Yeah, we're definitely not scared of anybody, but when we played Campbell, who's in their league, and we faced some pretty good pitching there, so we know that they definitely have some arms that, if we don't take care of business, can beat us. So any given day, anything can happen.